I don't know if I'm the only person that is like absolutely sick of just the way that everything feels so cheap. And what I mean by that is these days you usually go out of your way to pay quite a bit of money for things these days just to bring it home and to find out it's terrible. It tastes horrible. It might work for a week or two. And this can be applied to a broad amount of products and items that people usually buy day to day. And I'll start with food. I don't think there's ever been a time in history where food's been as expensive as it is right now. And the quality of the food is shockingly terrible. It's made with a lot of fillers, a lot of chemicals that are definitely not good for you. Just because they've been approved and they're safe by the company standards does not mean that it's really safe at all. And I'm getting sick and tired of seeing the new and improved formula, same look, tastes great labels that they put on it when they redesign packages, and you just know that it's like it doesn't taste the same before you even try it. Like when you see that sticker, same same taste, same look, new this or new that. It's like you just know it's going to be terrible. I've been seeing a couple of statements from people. The number one culprit for this is chocolate. You know, it tastes. It used to taste like actual chocolate. Now it tastes like that cheap fake chocolate. And chocolate's like very expensive at the moment, especially here in Australia. I mean, I guess you could say that about everything currently, or that they find ways to make the packaging like really deceptive to make it seem like there's more in it than there actually is. And chips are like the perfect example for that. Like, I know that it's packaged on weight, but the size of the package is very deceptive, and it's mostly just filled with air. Like the bag itself is just mostly air, but it's designed to look massive to make you think that, oh, I'm getting value for this, but you're really not. It's mostly just air. You know, and the same can be said for fast food. Like, I remember back in the 2000s, McDonald's used to be like really cheap and really nice. The service used to be great as well. I feel like Macca's service has gone down as well. And this is what I'm saying. You can apply quality to the word quality to a broad range of like meanings. It's like the actual food itself and the service as well. And like lately, I'm just exhausted. Like every time that I buy something, I feel like I'm just going to get scammed in some certain way. Like there's going to be something about it that's just going to scam me. I don't know where exactly it's going to come from, but I just know that I'm getting scammed from some direction when I buy something. Like I'm being deceived actively by these corporations and companies. And one of my family members just bought a brand new car. And I must say, I don't really like new cars. I don't know what it is. I'm not into the new cars, and sitting in this car just felt really like cheap. Even just like how it feels when the doors were closed, like it just feels cheap. And then when you drive it, it's like so hollow. Like they've just cheaped out on like like they used to put insulation. I'm sure they still put sound insulation and all that in it, but you can tell that they're like not using as much as they used to. I owned a car from 2007. It was a Toyota. I'm not going to say the actual model, but I owned a Toyota from 2007. And to this day, it's gone now. I sold it, but I owned it for like probably about 5 years, 5, 6 years. And to this day, that car remains one of my favorite of all time to drive. It was just a really nice, quiet, premium feeling car. And it wasn't marketed as a premium car either, by the way. But it just goes to show that like the standards have dropped and the main objective is just to make things as cheap as possible. And the ability to repair things on your own is also going away too, which I don't think helps either, because most of the time you're going to go back to these companies to get it fixed, and then you're getting pretty much scammed again when you got to pay their exorbitant prices to fix said car. Same with appliances. Like I'm on my second dishwasher in 2 years, and it wasn't worth repairing the last one. The parts and labor that it was going to cost to have somebody come out and repair it, if I just paid an extra $50, I could get a whole brand new one. So it's like it essentially just becomes landfill. And like these appliances, they're just basically that. They're just like designed to get past the warranty period, and then anything after that, you're just incredibly lucky. And I also want to talk about quality in the sense of when it comes to people as well. Like, I just feel like everything these days when it comes to people feels to me like just like a sales pitch. Like, someone's always trying to sell you something. And I know everyone's struggling. Like, if you look at my previous videos, I talk about that. I understand everyone's struggling. But man, it's like every time that, you run the internet or something, or you're scrolling, it's like you find someone that you really like listening to, and it's like they're just trying to sell you a book or something. Do you know what I mean? It's like the quality of that's has gone down as well. Like the quality of human interaction has gone down. And I know we live in a digital age where everyone's talking to each other and online, and human, like actual physical human interaction is obviously at an all-time low. But I just feel like the word quality is just, it's meaningless. It's like it's meaningless now. And the thing is that it's used so much by companies these days, like high quality ingredients or high quality, made from high quality materials. Like, what does that even mean? Like, that used to mean something back in the day. Like, if something was well made, you could feel it. You didn't have to state that on the box. You didn't have to state on the packaging that it was made with high quality ingredients. Like, you could just feel it, or you could just see it. You don't have to state it or put that on a box as a selling point. And in my last video, I talked about Uber Eats and just the decline of that service in general. And while I still think Uber Eats in itself is a convenient way for people to get food delivered to them, because a lot of people might not have the time, or they just don't have the energy, or just for medical reasons, or just any other reasons that that people deem is in of itself, like it is a good business and how it's set up in terms of being able to get food to people's houses or stuff delivered, etc., etc. And in that video, I talked about how the actual service itself of Uber Eats, the quality has gone down. Like, everybody knows if you order Uber Eats, you're gonna get like cold food. But like, are you telling me in 2026 there's no ways that we can kind of get around that? Like, at least even just like make the food even just like slightly warm upon arrival to the customer? No, nothing, no ideas. We can put a man on the moon, but we can't get hot food to a customer's door. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, 100% of the time, we can't get hot food to a customer's door. Like, and then whenever you need to deal with customer service, it's always a terrible experience. They want you to take photos, which I understand, but like, the quality of the service itself has gone down as well. It's like, even if you do get like approved for a refund or whatever, it's like the first option is always, oh, we'll give you some credit so you can buy some more overpriced food again. It's like, no, I just want my money back. I feel like I've been scammed out of my money. Um, and it just, do you know what I mean, guys? Like, it's happening everywhere. Video games as well. Like, you could just see like the lack of care and effort made, effort put into video games these days. It's just yeah. And I always say, like, if you're gonna do something, do it right. If you're gonna do it right the first time, then it's done. You don't have to worry about it ever again, or you won't have to worry about it as much as you would if you didn't, put as much effort in the first time. And my parents always had like an old saying, and again, I know it's like, oh, they're old, we're in a different time now. We are in a completely different time, and I think that's the sad part. It's like that old world is just gone. It's dead. It's like the old world is just dead. And they always used to say, buy once a good one, like buy the best quality one you can get. That way, it lasts you forever. And then as time went on, I invented a saying: buy it cheap, you buy it twice. So, for instance, the dishwasher, I bought I think it was like, I'm not going to say the brand. I don't think that's probably a good move, but it was about a $350 dishwasher. It was on sale. It was cheap, and it was all I could afford at the time. And within a year, it literally outlived its warranty by a month. And I contacted customer support, which I was obviously very frustrated that it's like it conveniently just lasted a month out of its warranty. And like, I just find that really suspicious. But anyway, moving on from that, they couldn't fix it for me or anything like that because it was out by 28 days. And I was like, okay. So I'm like, I'm never buying from these guys ever again. Ever again, I'm never buying from these guys. And even though you could say, well, technically, the warranty is expired. Yes, I agree. But do you know what I mean? Like, you surely you'd think that they'd go, right, well, we need to look after our customers so they stay customers. It's like, it'd be nothing to them to get it serviced or fixed for me or anything like that. And you know what I mean? And then they would just probably write that off as tax anyway. So it's like, or like as a tax loss or something. You know what I mean? Like they'd have their ways that they'd get their money back for doing repairs and all that stuff. And I'd probably be more inclined to stay with them as a customer again, just because of the customer service that experience that I had with them with that. So, like, and anyway, they wouldn't do that. And so I went and bought a second one from a completely different company. And I paid a little bit more. I think I paid probably like another $50 more than the previous one. And 90% of the time, the buttons don't register. Like, you like really have to like push those. They're not even buttons. They're just like, it's like just like a, I don't know the word, but they're like digital buttons. It's just like touchscreen type of thing. And it's like you got to sit there and press the same button over and over and over again, and then like 20 times for it just to register. And then when you finally do get it to work, like it, do you know what I mean? Like I'm just tired. Like I really am just tired. The way things are, and like I said, I don't think things are going to get better anytime soon. I really don't. I'm so frustrated with the way things are these days. And I understand the whole capitalism thing and shareholder value and all that. Like I get all that, but at some point it's like your whole service relies on people buying your products. If you are actively pushing people away from your products, how do you plan to make money in the long run? You're going to jack up your current prices right now, and then what? You're going to price out more of your customers even more, like, and then that just becomes a loop. Like I talked about that in my last video. I said, these companies will never really eat losses that they probably could and get away with just fine. They pass it all on to the end consumer, and then when the end consumer finally stops purchasing their stuff, then when they have their little shareholder meetings and all that, and everyone's like, well, we're not moving as much product this year, or we're not selling as many units this year. Gee, I wonder why. So what's the solution? No worries, I've got the solution right here. Let's just increase the prices again to make up for the losses that we didn't make this year. And then what does that do? That prices more people out. And then they go back to the drawing board and they're like, right, so what are we going to do now? Well, we need to move products. So, and we need to get our money, like we need to get our money back and have people coming in and buying products. So let's increase prices more. And it becomes like an infinite loop where that just keeps happening until eventually they're forced to just really have like a massive clearance sale or anything just to get like people in the door. Do you know what I mean? I also must apologize. I've never really been a good speaker on video. Like I'm sitting here just playing a video game right now, ranting in my room alone, completely alone, about the state that we're in 2026. Man, like it's so depressing these days. It really is. Like we live in such a weird world at the moment. We really do. And like the small luxuries that we get to like buy a video game or buy this or buy that, it's like, and we're getting scammed there too. So I don't see things getting any better. In fact, I just see things continuing to get worse. And like these companies hire these massive, massive corporations, hire these people for these massive corporations that like study this stuff every day and how to like, um, you know, rip off the consumer in sneaky little ways that they do, like tactical ways that they can like rip off the customer. I remember a couple of months ago, I could never unsee it. Certain containers that are filled with like lollies and stuff like that, like chewing gum and that. There was this container that I usually get all the time, but again, I don't want to say any. I'm trying to avoid any brands. Like I don't have any money for a lawsuit, but I'm just saying like these certain containers that you can buy that have like candy or lollies, you know, depending on where you're from in the world. In Australia, we say lollies. I think Americans say candy. Um, and the way that the packaging is designed, the bottom of the packaging is made to push up higher into the container. And I think it does something with the way it makes the container look like it's bigger than what it actually is. And I think it's the way that they actually save having to use more of the actual product by just increasing the design of the packaging itself to make it look like there's more in it than it actually is. And I remember there was that whole thing with the the McDonald's Coke where they could pour it in from like a large to medium to a small, and it's like that wouldn't surprise me. Like I've never tried it, but like I would not be surprised if that was actually a thing. So, but you know, guys, it's just one of those videos. It's like it's just the state of the world, just kind of where everything's at the moment. It's just so depressing, really. And like I said, and the word itself, quality, has just lost all meaning. Like it really has just lost all meaning. There's no way that you can trust that word ever again. And it's like if something is made with quality, you don't have to put that as a selling point. People will just know, and it will spread through word of mouth. Or a lot of these companies that just like kind of remind everybody, oh, this is the same, we're the same brand that made the quality this or that from 40 years ago. Right, but are you still making it exactly like that or no? And chances are 9 times out of 10, they're not. So do you know what I mean, guys? Like, surely you know what I mean. Like you must feel it too. It's like every time you buy something, you just feel like you're getting scammed. Every time you buy a new machine, it's like it like lasts just outside of its warranty period, and you are considered extremely lucky if it lasts longer than that. I'm not saying this it's for everything, but it's like it just feels like it's everything these days is just getting to the point where it's so terribly cheaply made and nothing lasts anymore. You've got to buy things multiple times before you can find a good one. The companies are trying to sell you something that isn't real. Like this is made from this quality material, and it's not. And they know how to word that to make it sound like it actually is true, but it's anything but true. And I don't know. I guess this rant is just getting a little bit long, but it does just feel like that. It just feels like everywhere we go these days, the quality of everything from the food we eat to the appliances we use to that the materials that we use to build things, and just human interaction in itself and life just in itself seems to be on a downtrend where quality of everything's just gone down. Nothing lasts anymore. At least back in the day, things used to last. And I know people say, "Oh, back in my day," like it's some sort of like cringe thing to say. It's like, but really, things used to be so good back in the day, and it's like that world is just dead and gone. And I miss it, man. I really miss it. I just miss that feeling of being back in those days where it's like they're just you didn't have to worry about any of this. And in a time, especially where people aren't earning, a lot of money, like we really need to be careful with our purchases. Like we really do. We've got to really stretch meals. We've really got to stretch petrol and fuel. We've just really got to be careful with our belongings and just make an effort to look after the things that we have that are looking after us. So I'll leave the video there, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, just give it a like, consider subscribing. Let me know your opinions in the comments. Let me know what you think about the current situation. And with that being said, guys, I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.